Welcome back. It's your boy Fresh.
And I'm Mary, and we are a Co-ople of nerds. And today we are going to be doing our opening week review of Mortal Shell.
Dun, dun, dun.
But before we begin, don't forget to give us a like, a subscribe, and follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
Hey. So in 3, 2, 1.
Mortal Shell by Cold Symmetry and Playstack London and Shipwright Studios. Unreal Engine.
So this game is a love letter to Dark Souls. Now, I haven't played Dark Souls, so this is actually my first encounter with this style of game. But basically, you're the specter that has the ability to dive into the deceased. Not all enemies. There's 4, I guess, hosts.
Yes.
So there's 4 hosts that you can find throughout. This part right here is kind of the little intro. You get this crazy looking fish guy coming up. I guess he's like I assume it's Portal.
A lot of this story is very ambiguous. It's kind of something that I don't know if it's supposed to be up to your own imagination or you're supposed to just figure it out. But it's the whole story is very ambiguous.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and maybe if you get further, it'll become a little more relevant. We didn't get very far because this game has absolutely just a brutal difficulty, and you'll see us die a lot in this gameplay footage.
Although I gotta hand it to the graphics. The graphics are awesome. Look around. It has that dark feel to it. It really feels like you're there.
Mm-hmm.
The sounds and really has that like supernatural, different kind of world to it.
Right.
So the graphics are great. It's kind of cool that you get to play a little guitar.
Yeah, I thought the sound. I thought the game had really good sound as well. So here goes some of that. And I understand that you're not supposed to. This isn't a hack and slash game. Like basically every character is powered very similarly. To make it as real as possible. Obviously, you couldn't just walk around town. Even if you're a great boxer, you couldn't just walk around town and beat up everybody. Eventually, they catch up to you and defeat you.
But the movement of your character feels slow.
Yeah, the attack motion feels really slow. The harden effect, that's where you kind of create this shield, sort of like kind of reminiscent of like a bug where it gets that hard exoskeleton. Mm-hmm. You get that. So there's a little sample of it. I didn't time it right, so I lost it. But if you see how slow that sword swings are, it feels like the villains are a little bit quicker on you on the draw.
What wayward spirit beckons?
So here's a little bit of the story we got into.
It's very mysterious, and I think that's done on purpose so that you have to go and figure things out on your own. The problem is that if it's too difficult to progress because of being killed by enemies, then you'll never figure out anything in the story.
Right. This kind of to go off that, this game, you don't know what any of the items do until you use them. There is no map. Like your character literally has no idea where he is or what he's doing, and which is kind of it's cool. It's a cool idea. Just makes the game tough. Like I was low on life, so I took this mushroom and ended up killing him. So these graphics look good. I mean that's a really cool scene.
I definitely say the characters are unique, which is refreshing. You know, it's the characters are definitely different than anything that I've seen before, which is awesome.
This is almost, yeah. This is almost like a, kind of reminds me. So here's another issue we had. There are some glitches, especially when falling from high.
So
See how my guy's literally just stuck until this guy knocks me out of
he's kind of floating.
the trap in the
A
air.
little glitchy.
And then there are bear traps everywhere, and you have to run because all the villains are so much, or on equal par with you, that I just felt myself consistently stepping on these bear traps. And so I thought I'd make a fun little montage.
Basically, just start running away, and then you hit another bear trap.
And then, so this looks like the pause screen, but no, they can still kill you. So I think you have to go into the inventory screen as a pause screen. I don't know what that screen
So we
is
thought
for.
we were paused at that point, and no, we were just being murdered.
Right. So once all your life runs out, you essentially get evicted from your body, and then one hit and you're dead in your natural form. So that's why on all these death scenes, you'll see me get ripped out of the body. They kind of turn to stone for a minute, and you can jump back in the body and get full health. But if they kill you before you get back in, you're done. And then once this has happened once, if you get knocked out of the body again, you're also done.
A lot of dying.
Yeah. So this scene, I lost my body. My body was up on the mountain. When I got knocked out of it, I fell to the bottom, and I couldn't get back to my body, which I feel is another glitch in the game. My body was trapped in a spot where I could not reach it. So here's another one. You can't get back up on that tree.
And then one hit, and you're done.
Yep.
That's it.
And when there's 3 dudes right here, I mean, you're not going to win that. And that's a very frustrating game. I mean, I understand they went for that realistic feel, but wow. You know, and I understand that other gamers are going to be far superior than me. So here's what I believe to be the first boss. And then after I died, I started crying like a baby. I did end up finding the second shell. So it looked a little different, but kind of controlled the same at this point in time. I feel like if you can find stuff to level your character, it will change. So we put all of our games into one of 3 categories. Play means it hits the table as often as possible. Display means you leave it on the shelf and break it out when the urge strikes. And stay away means you leave it at the store for someone else to get. And for us, our personal opinion, this game is a stay away. The difficulty on this is just far too high for a novice like myself.
It's not a casual game.
No.
So for a more serious gamer that has the time to really learn the game and delve into it, definitely, you know, if this is your type of game, go for it. But
Right.
for someone who is a casual gamer who wants to pull out a game and leisurely play every once in a while,
No. Yeah, I don't like being overpowered, but I definitely don't like being underpowered. And this, I mean, there are just dudes all over this forest. Every single nook and cranny of this forest has a monster there that's just as strong as you are.
and every single one is out to get you.
Yes. So,
Unfortunately.
unfortunately, it just wasn't for us. But
Hopefully we got another one coming that we like.
yeah. But if this is a game that you like, you know, awesome. Let us know about it in the comments. You know, we always like to hear other sides of the story.
Mm-hmm.
But that'll do it for this video. We'll see you next time.
Thanks, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hey, Pumpkin. Are you really a specter in a human mortal shell?
Yeah, pretty much. That's probably accurate. You're gonna get your Sprite sponsorship.
Can you imagine if we got a Sprite sponsorship? Sprite. It's delicious.
Or price, as Grace calls it.
No, he's.
Always.
I need to shave, don't I?
It's
I
okay.
need a haircut too.
I like a little scrub. I need a haircut too.